What's up, you guys? Welcome back. I'm that guy with guns, and in this video I'm going to go ahead and show you all the parts you need to build your own AR-15. I understand that a few of you guys out there who are watching my channel probably never built an AR-15 for yourself, so you really don't know where the parts go, what the parts you need. Unfortunately, due to the YouTube rules, I can't show you here physically me installing the parts, but if you do need special videos or help, I can go ahead and help you out on Instagram. Follow me. I'm that guy with guns. Let's get started. Alright, so what I like to do getting started is so this is the Sons of Liberty Gunworks lower parts kit. Tells you exactly what it comes with. I like to break everything like out of its pouch. It came in this big bag. I kind of already separated it before getting ready for my next build. I like to start off with the trigger. This is the lower part of the trigger. The spring needs to be in this orientation here. So you can see that. So what you do is you spread these springs out. There's not too much tension on them. Just like that. So it should look. Then you can find this spring here. I don't know if you guys can tell. The bottom end here, the part that goes into the lower part of the trigger, is more flared out than the top, and that's the part, like I said, would go right into here. And you get this one and install it right on there. See how spring goes inside that cube or square. Usually you would do this in the lower, but to save just the parts, like I said, I like to organize them on the side. I'll go ahead and put a trigger pin just like that, holds it, set that off to the side. Same thing with the hammer. This is your buffer spring. The only springs that fit in there would kind of be this one. Still too small, so I don't think you'd mistake it, but it wouldn't have any pressure once it's in the lower. Then you'd press down on it, install your buffer tube, and then when it gets on there, it'll just hold it like that. But you do need that spring pressure in order to have, to hold the buffer in there. Set that to the side. I like to keep it together, like I said, like that. And then we'll go ahead and get your bolt catch. You'd have these springs. That's the bolt catch. It's going to be the thicker one, but the shorter one. You stick the spring in that little hole right there. Put this in there, so it'll sit like that in that hole. Then you kind of slide your bolt catch, and when you slide it in there, it's sitting there like this. Then you would drive your rope in, or in my case, I have the enhanced lower, so it has a screw in, which makes it so much easier. If you don't, you are going to need a tool. So a rope pin punch. You can get a Wheeler one. That's the one I got. It's like 30 bucks, but it's well worth the penny if you don't have an enhanced lower. But that would go right through here. Again, put that to the side. Mag catch. Can't mistake the spring. Yeah, like I said, capture it, hold it. Now for these springs, you do need, they kind of look similar. They're not entirely the same. You can see these two here, pretty skinny. This one's a little shorter, and it's thicker, just tiny bit, but you can see the difference when they're in front of you. This one here is for where your grip goes in the lower. Goes right there. Stick it in there. That would be your safety detent. This right here. Now these last two would be your takedown detent springs. These are your takedown detents right here, and these are your takedown pins. You can tell the difference with the front and the back because one is longer, one is shorter, and also the one in front, which is longer, has that little square cut or the notch cut out on it. That matches with the notch cut out on your lowers. So the mag catch is one of the easier ones. So for YouTube, this goes in there, as you can see, then I would put this spring on there because you can see it sticking out of here. Slide it on there, put this over it, twist it on, and then with something like this is just a Glock punch. I would stick it in there, force it through, hold it in there with your finger or something, grab this, tighten it until it's pretty tight. You know, you don't want to go super tight. Yep, and then you're all done. Make sure that when you're finished, kind of get it in there like that. There's no mistaking this one, it's pretty easy. Alright, and then next what we could do is install the trigger. Let me check this trigger pin out. You don't want to do that, so remember that that's being held in there. So then this drops into that hole right here, drops in there, has to be sitting like this, drop it in there, drop this part on there, kind of hold it in place, put your trigger pin in. Now the upper part of the trigger is a little harder because it does sit, as you can see here, the little edges right here, that's where the spring sits on. So you have to get it on there and kind of like, you know, it'll fold back because you get it. Then you stick your trigger pin in there. For all you guys on YouTube saying I had this one installed wrong, I did. I apologize. This is the way it should look. I had it in front, it needs to go in back. Again, I'm sorry. I am human, I make mistakes, but I caught it trying to install this. And we're done. Next, what you can install would be your safety lever. And then, with your safety detent, which looks like this, you're going to put the pointy end down in here, in that little hole, which catches onto your, the holes here matches up, whether it be safe or fire. And then that spring, the best way to do it in my opinion would be to, the way I do it actually, stick it in there. You can see the spring right here, it's in the hole matching the detent and in the mag. Stick that in there, then you go ahead and tighten down your grip screw, and that would be your lower, well, your safety, I'm sorry. You can see you can fire it, safe on fire. We can move on to your bolt catch. This is the pin that comes with my kit compared to the roll pin that would come in every lower parts kit. That's how it should look. The plunger and your spring into the hole, and you drop this right in there and stick your pin in there. This is what a roll pin punch does. It holds it for you, hold it like this. This is a starter. So then you hammer it, get as far as there, a little roll tip, stick it right on there, keep hammering it till it's flush, and you're done. And it's working. Bolt catch. We'll do your rear detent. I'm going to show you a nice little trick on this. So this is your rear one. Like I said, you got two. The shorter one, round one, without that cut, goes in the back. Make sure that this cutout right here is facing the back, because that's where your detent and spring go in. This enhanced rear detent and springs hole is threaded. Also the new 2nd gen X15, I think they are, also are threaded. If not, you can get a tap and purchase these tiny little screws that fit in there. These come with it in the kit when you get the lower, but if not, you can always purchase these on Amazon. I think I paid like $2. So you are gonna need, many people don't do it, you're gonna need to cut your spring. This is the regular one, the one at the bottom here, and then you can see how much I cut. Basically, you want to cut flush or have it stick a little bit out. Have it sticking a little bit out, because when you do stick that extra little screw in there, it makes up for the lack of that spring you cut. As you can see, it's not perfectly the amount, but if you don't do it, you're gonna have trouble sticking the screw in there because the tension won't let you. You're gonna be fighting against it. but it does fit, it does work, it holds tension tight enough, it's not gonna come flying out. You're gonna be fine. So you would stick your detent in there, followed by that spring you cut. Now we test it. You can hear that positive click. If it is too tight, you can always just remove a little bit, like unthread it just a bit, have it flush. You see now it's kind of loose. I like them a little tighter, right about there. And now moving to the front one, that's the one everybody has trouble with. I'm gonna go ahead and show you a little trick I do. It's a little tool. Stick your spring. Yeah, okay, so stick your spring. Then what I do is put it back here so it doesn't fall in there. Kind of line it up. It's a little difficult. Little thing likes to roll around. Then I force it in a little bit. Once you get in there, I flip the blade over, as you can see there. That makes it so much easier to then just stick your takedown pin. Make sure that it's facing the right way, and it's in. Not sure if I caught that perfectly on video, but it's in there. Nice and positive. Alright, so now that we're back up top, I'm gonna go ahead and show you the upper. I would recommend your first build buying a pre-built upper, complete with the barrel, you know, maybe a A2 flash hider, the port cover, the forward assist, everything on there, only because it would be easier for you to get going. If you don't, you're gonna need a tool. I have this super cheap one I found on Amazon. It was actually at those little Amazon stores, or returns or whatever. I paid 50 cents for it. Normally it's like 20 bucks probably. This would be your barrel nuts, for your flash hiders, or you know, muzzle brakes. This is for your buffer tubes. So I have a complete upper. This is, I believe, a PSA complete 10.5 inch with the front post sight. It was changed out to the Daniel Defense Omega 7, so it's a 7-inch. I like this. I love quad rails, as you guys can tell from my previous videos. I do have a EOTech on there. I think it's the XPS 2-0 with the little cover came with it, so throw it on there. And then I have the USMC CAC Knights Armament rear sight, and then the front post sight. Then I have a Call Valley Precision flash hider, or sorry, not flash hider, forward assist or forward blasting device, however you want to call those, with a Surefire ProTech. Now to complete your upper, you're gonna need a charging handle and a bolt carrier group. Then you're gonna need a buffer, PSA H2, just because it's a short barrel, needs a little more weight on there. This is your standard spring. This is one I had laying around. I don't know what brand it is or whatever, but it's there. And you're gonna need a stock, or since I'm not in a free state, I can't SBR my pistol, use a brace. Shortly I will though. I have a brace for it that's also foliage green, so it's a whole little foliage green kit coming. Yeah, it's pretty hard. There's some little detents right there. Like I said, I don't know if you can see it. Probably try to take a better picture of it and post it. And then these detents here, you can see them sticking out right there. They go in there. So put it in there, slide it down, slide it a little bit forward, not all the way because you need to put in your BCG. And then with this one, make sure your bolt carrier group is forward, because if it's down, this will intrude in the installation. And you put that on there, right in that slot, put it in there, slide it in, should all go in together. Your upper is complete. Now one thing I didn't show you guys, I forgot, was how to install your buffer tube. you guys can see that. Right here. That's where the hole is for your capture, your spring and buffer catch. And that's where the buffer tube ends. You want to stop and you want to install your buffer catch and your spring. What you do is you put it in there like that. Spring, catch. I usually just hold down my finger, should be enough pressure. Then you spin it a little bit more. Once you feel it kind of give, go ahead. That's as far as you're gonna go. So it goes, and then you torque it down. Every buffer tube I believe is different. I'm not sure. Google it. It tells you what you need. And then to install your spring, put the spring in first, and the buffer tube. The buffer actually goes in there like that. Just like that. To complete it, easiest way for me that I found out is line up your front, push it in, go down to your lower, push that one in. Now you have yourself a completed AR pistol. Please make sure to like and subscribe down here below, and also hit that little bell notification. Trying to take out as much content as I can. This video was requested by a good buddy on Instagram. He said he follows me on Instagram, on all social medias basically. And he requested this one, so I made the video for him. Shout out to you, bud. But yeah, let me show you that stock I had for it. It is the STR Magpul foliage green. This thing is gonna look gorgeous on it. Have a buffer tube, castle nut. Castle nut, and damn, brain fart and plate. Sorry. Foliage green. Just give you an idea of what it's gonna look like. Yeah. Wait till I get down to Texas, man. I'm excited for this one. But that's basically everything you need. If you have any other questions, let me know. Go in the comments down below. Let me know how you feel about this build. This is one of my favorite builds. I love quad rails. I love the color. It's just different. I think they stopped making foliage green out there. And don't forget, guys, I have a giveaway going on where you have a chance to win yourself a Vetter holster to the gun of your choosing. That'll do it for today. I hope to see you guys in the next one. That guy with guns. And don't forget, guys, I still have a video going on. I have a video going on.
I have a video going on. That's good.
I have plenty of them. And don't forget, guys, I have a video going on where you see, I have a video going on.
The one you just watched.
The one you just watched?
That's going on.